Now we're going to get into our tactical shots. So before we get into some more game-like shots, I want to make sure that athletes are training their warm-up, and most importantly, they're using what I believe is the most underused part of their shot, and that's going to be their lower body. So give me Jada right here on the second hash mark and Carter on that second hash mark. Lex, why don't you get right here down the middle, and Evan, why don't you be right here? So this is a drill that I call tap to pull, and it's exactly what it sounds. The athletes are all going to have their wrist wrinkled. They're going to have their elbow in that L-shaped form, and they're going to tap the basketball down on the ground. So why don't you guys show them what that looks like. We want to make sure the seams are lined up on the basketball. So before we get into some more game-like movements and shots outside of the paint, we want to ensure that we're training our shot properly. I think that the power of our shot comes from the waist and below. The finesse of our shot comes from the waist and above. You can notice how somewhat uncomfortable the athletes are holding this position. We don't train low enough as players at a high consistency rate. So they're going to have their wrists wrinkled, their seams are going to be lined up with their fingertips, and what they're going to do is as soon as that ball touches the ground, they're going to use the ball to now slowly pull themselves up. That was beautiful, by the way. They're going to pull themselves up, they're going to finish into their shot, and their feet are going to stay exactly where they're at. So they're not going to fade backwards and they're not going to jump forwards. So let's get a group 2 right here and 2 on that hash mark. They're going to go tap to pull, and they're going to make their shot. So we want to always train our shot in close, and then we'll move it out as we move through the drill. Let's go 15 total makes. Alternate sides each time, strong follow through. And don't forget to smile, life's short. All right, here we go. Good, tap to pull. They can go as slow down as they'd like to, but they need to explode on the way up. Slow down, explode up. Notice how their chest stays tall the entire time. Their eyes are staying up at the rim. Go, we want to make sure we don't have bent backs as they do this move. We don't want bent backs as they do this move. Good, trying to maintain straight direction right towards the rim. Good, everybody's counting. They're counting like leaders, not like mice. Good, they're counting with confidence and strength, not like weak. Not quiet. Good, 2 more. Good. And 15, good. All right, let's do the exact same thing this time. Let's go to the elbows. Let's pick up the speed a little bit. You can go down as slow as you'd like, but as soon as we pull to the top, a little more explosive. Let's grab our rebounds a little bit quicker. Let's get at least 5 to 7 handles in line before it's your turn, and let's really go at game speed here. All right, 15 total makes. Go! Good, here we go, pick up the speed. We're into our workout now, folks. Time to get something accomplished. Good. Load and lift. Load and lift. Really ignite those hips. Ignite your hips. 6. Good, Jay. 7. Good. Great challenge I'll often give to athletes in this drill is they have to make at least a certain number in a row before we can move through a workout. Maybe you want to give them a number time. Maybe you want to give them an in a row. You could give them a challenge for a total number of makes they have to have in 1 minute. Very nice.